Okay, everybody, part 2 of the Krappy electric monochord, the Evans Plank. Today's episode, how to make your monochord tuned like mine, even though it's a different scale length. I could, provide a table with, inches and things like that. You can just use a tape measure. But this dates back to older times when those things weren't quite standardized. However, the idea of a ratio, right? And if you knew the ratio, then you could take any length of string and make it work for yourself. So sometimes in music history texts from a long time ago, this is from 1577, you can see this kind of thing, and it lays out the intervals. But along this middle line here, it also lays out ratios, etc. So you can try to match whatever string length you had to this. I mean, no one expects you to make a 3.5 inch string instrument and find all these little divisions along there. Here's from 20th century. Here is Harry Partch's tuning system, and as I said in the previous video, he doubles up on either side of his ratios. So the smallest interval and the biggest interval have the same measurement, but just a matter of what side of the bridge you're on. But again, this isn't meant to be a model for how to build like a 6-inch monochord, but rather the proportions should help point the way. So I've got it set up here a little bit precariously, so I'm not going to do everything. But I've got a piece of graph paper, and this corner is more or less aligned with the 0 point, where the string and the bridge, the fixed bridge, touch. And I want to keep this from moving, so I've got it resting on a book. It'll probably slide off in a couple of seconds, but what I've got here is a homemade square, drafting square, I guess, because I don't have one. It's got a little bit of railing and a carpet corner fixer, and just tape them together so you get a nice edge. The graph paper will help with that too. On the string itself, I've used these little stickers just to kind of mark where the ratios are. And the idea is, and if I've done it well, is to make a proportional model of the tuning. So right now, I've got it lined up so that one page length is equal to 2.5, and you could hopefully tell just by the fact that everything's square. Okay, now keeping this fixed, I just move it to the next place, something like that, and I check for square on the paper, put my thumb on it, and if I can keep jiggling, there we go, just put a mark right there. Okay, now later I can go back and put the numbers in, but as you can see, it's a little bit difficult just to put the mark in. Okay, so there's the next mark. A little overshot on my thing. Check it square. And let's do one more. Let's do the 8 to 5 here. Check this is on, make that's on. Check this is square, so if it's not square, you slide it down the paper till it is square. And right Okay, so it's a little bit sloppy, and I'm doing this with a camera tripod in the way and whatever, but you know, the full length will be the half of the monochord, proportional. Here's your 9 to 5 mark, here's your 5 to 3 mark, and here's your 8 to 5 mark, and etc. So I would just kind of bring this over to my publisher or to the manuscript collection, and I would say, here's how to tune my ratio, and I would just make sure to have these marks and these numbers, and then the process is, well, it's backwards. You come and you put it on the corner, you say, okay, there's my 5 to 8, you put your square, and you kind of make it work till you find that place, and here it is. And what you want to do is, either for yourself or have an assistant or something, keep this firmly in place so you can go back and not go back, but you can keep going without being too awkward about it. So I have my assistant hold it down right here, and then I would find the 5 to 3, right like that. Take one of these markers and mark it on the string or with a pen or something, and then keep going. Okay, hope this was informative. Thanks.